am here with a review of Judgementall. Hey, yeah? How I do my reviews is first I talk about different aspects about the film, then I talk about my experience, and then I give my rating. And like always, my rating is not based on the public consensus of this film, but it's my personal rating based on my experience and enjoyment of this film. So this year, I have seen 28 films, and they are 706, which is a Netflix movie. Don't judge me. I watched it, so I'm gonna put on the list. The Accidental Prime Minister, Badla Bombaria, Chopsticks, Dede Piade, Eka Ladaki Kodeka To Esa Laga, Ford Sayan, Gully Boy, Hamid, Hotel Mumbai, India's Most Wanted, Jungali, Kesari, Luka Chupi, Manikarnika, Mardaka Dodd, Nahi Hota, Mera Pyare Prime Minister, Milan Talkie, Music Teacher, Notebook, Photograph, Rakosh, Romeo Akbar Walter, Takare, Tota Damal, Uri, and YG India. First of all, the story, I like that it was different. It's a murder. We don't know who did it. Was it an accident? Was it intentional? And who was the murderer? And one of the suspects is someone who is mentally ill. So, is she telling the truth? Is she not telling the truth? Did she commit the murder? Did she not commit the murder? My favorite thing about this movie was Kangana. She was exceptional. Her acting was phenomenal. Rajkumar was amazing as well. I thought they did a great job playing off of one another. Also enjoyed the other actors in the film, though this movie is about Kangana and Rajkumar Rao. I think that the music works well within the movie to bring out the best in the movie, but it's not a soundtrack in which I need to listen to after the movie, except the Wakara song. Dun, 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 dun. A Wakara Swagany. The only problem I had technically with the film was the dubbing. Now, I don't think nowadays Bollywood dubs their films anymore. Am I wrong? Not talking about into another language, but there was a time in which they used to make a movie and then they have to go into the studio and do the audio. They don't do that anymore, right? But the mouths to me were not matching. I hate that. It's very much a distraction. And especially for her to be a dubbing artist and to have this problem with the actual film, I did not like that. In terms of my experience, I told you that this movie was coming to a theater near me, and I usually go to one that's 20 minutes away, but no, it went to another one that was about 40 minutes away. And I actually went out there in January to go watch Manikarnika, missed my showing, and I had to wait for the next one. This time, I drove out there on Saturday, missed my showing, and I had to actually drive back home. And then I drove up there the next day to go watch this movie. The movie wants you to feel uncomfortable. The movie wants you to feel awkward because throughout this entire movie, there's an elephant in the room. Or rather, there's an elephant in the movie. And that elephant is Kangana Ranaut. She is a strange character. And not only is she a strange character, she's a character with mental illness. When she does things and you want to laugh, you cannot really laugh because you don't want to laugh at her. She is not someone in which you're laughing with her. You're kind of laughing at her and yet you feel sorry for her. It's like I could never have one true emotion towards Kangana. I didn't really like her in the movie, and then also I didn't really hate her in the movie. I feel sorry for her, but then she is so annoying and persistent through some things here that she almost annoys you that you do not feel sorry for her. I see her as someone who's being manipulated, but then I see her as someone who is also a manipulator. I see her as someone who is a victim to her circumstances, but then also I see myself as a victim to the circumstances that she is putting me through. And so she is a character that is truly off-putting. The movie is off-putting. And even Rajkumar Rao, you can never fully love Rajkumar Rao because you're like, oh my gosh, Rajkumar Rao looks hot in the film, but then he's a killer. And then there are parts in which you feel sorry for him, but then you're like, really, am I feeling sorry for the wrong person? Because is he the killer? And even at one point, it's like we move off from the murder, and you're like, I kind of want to move away from the murder, or do we want to go back to the murder? It's a weird place, and I think that's the place they want you to be in. This place in which you're never really sure, and it wants to take you on a whirlwind and takes you on a roller coaster of a ride, and it's confusing. I think that's how you should feel as you watch this movie. I think the movie accomplished it, even from the beginning with the animation, with the blood, and the origami cranes, and the music, and I thought it did a great job of setting the tone that it wanted for this film. The only time I was really able to truly relax was the Wakwa song in the credits, which I thought that's where it would be played. I saw people leaving, so I was like, yes, I'm able to enjoy this song, and I thought people have left. I was like, yeah! Look at my man! Yes! Work it! Come on! Come through! I was just talking as I was listening to the song and doing my little dance, and then I realized that there were a couple more people in the theater, and I hope they didn't hear me, but I thought I was free to just be I usually stay through all of the credits, and then they wanted to make it awkward again by having the rest of the credits just be silent, no music. Okay, why are you trying so hard to be different? Why? And so as I'm watching this movie, I'm like, this is a good example of a 3 for me. For one, it's a one-time watch. A 4 means I would watch again. I don't feel like I need to watch this again, but I'm enjoying it for this one-time watch. 2, I feel like I would recommend this movie to others to watch. For one alone, the acting. Kangana is amazing in this movie. Rajkumar is amazing in this movie. For them alone, I would recommend people to watch it as to why they are great bona fide actors. 2, the movie is different. And as I'm continuing to watch this movie, the second to last scene blew my mind. That's where I just upped it to a 4. And the 4 came out of nowhere. I'm like, it's a 4. I don't know how it happened. In the last final moments, I gave it a 4. I don't know if I'm drinking the cuckoo Kool-Aid. I don't know if I fell under a spell. I don't know what this movie did, but it went from a 3 to a 4. I feel like I could watch it, but I could watch it with someone else. And really, if I really think about it, critically think about it, the things in which I do not like would knock it down to a 3 and would keep it at a 3. We're going to give this a hard 3, okay? That final bump wanted to give it a 4, but no, let's give it a 3. And I'm going to go into spoilers as to tell you why I think this movie probably should stay at a 3. And the things I did not like about this movie. But you shouldn't watch it. I feel like you shouldn't watch it if you haven't watched the movie. There are spoilers, and I really do think this movie deserves a watch. So, spoilers. First thing I didn't like how Kangana was able to solve this case with a simple Google search. Kangana, with 3 imaginary people, were able to solve a case. But 4 real cops couldn't. With a simple Google search. For Rajkumar to marry Kangana's sister and them not know about it, it was really strange to me. I felt like it should have been someone in the troupe. He should have been someone else's fiance. Number 3, I did not like the ending of this, in which Kangana's walking with the imaginary people, and it's like she's some sort of hero, and she is alright. I did not like the way they tried to normalize mental illness. You shouldn't be living with these fake people. You should address and try to find a solution to your problem. I feel like almost we should have seen her popping some pills and the people disappear, or we should have seen her walking into a therapist's office. Rajkumar was in the wrong, but Kangana is a threat to society. She's a danger to society. She hurt people. Like, she physically hurt 3 people. She tied up someone. She was willing to set herself on fire. She was willing to set herself and someone else on fire. I felt like they were trying to justify her illusions. I felt like they were trying to normalize mental health. Well, you want to normalize the disease, but you don't want to normalize the sickness. Take away the stigma, but you should also still find a solution for the problem. The type of movie it was refreshing. Refreshing like a glass of lemonade, but the movie was totally different, that it felt like my lemonade was spiked. So I would relate this movie to a glass of spiked lemonade. Because it was sour and sweet, and at one part you're like, what am I tasting? You don't know what's happening, you don't know how to feel, you don't know what you feel, but yeah, that's the type of movie it was. Overall, it was pretty good. Glad that Bollywood was able to think and do something outside of the box. So what did you think of Judgementall? Let me know in the comments, and bye.